Hi Cancer and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I'm pulling energies and messages for the sign of Cancer for the month of December for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus placements. So if this reading isn't resonating with you Cancer, then don't worry about it. Just pop over to one of my other videos and check one of your other placements. And today we'll be doing a Celtic cross as it is the best spread for a monthly overview. On this side of the table we'll be going into your present energy, looking at what you're leaving behind and what you're focusing on. We'll then move on to this side of the table and we'll go to the pathway, which will show us what's coming up for you in December, any trials and tribulations, Cancer, that you may encounter throughout the rest of the month. And then we will finish off by taking a sneak peek into the first week of January, and then we will finish with some advice from the universe. So if you bear with me, Cancer, if you're all ready to rock and roll, my cool crabs, then let's go. Let's start with the crossing and look at your current energy and see where you're at. Please show me Cancer, please. Cancer for the month of December, please. Cancer coming into the month of December. Can you show me Cancer, please? Going into the month of December. Cancer, please. Going into the month of December. A couple of shuffles for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus coming into the month of December. Cancer, please. The Tower. Oh, okay. Something's coming down. The Page of Wands and the crossing. On the exit, we've got the King of Swords. In your crown, we've got the King of Cups. Oh, lots of king, lots of masculine energy around you at the minute, Cancer. In the supporting energy, the Ten of Cups. And in the focus, the Queen of Cups. Okay, we've got a nice gender balance here. When we talk about genders in tarot, we're not talking about, body parts, we're talking about energy. So switch those as you need to. But the Cancer I'm looking at does have a lot of masculine energy on the exit and on the crowning energy as well. However, in the focus softens, goes into the Queen of Cups, so it's self-care, self-love. Not surprising when I see the Tower in the present moment, or at least in your moment moving into December. So probably near the end of this week, towards the beginning of next week, there's some kind of Tower moment from now till then, but it's crossed by something new, the Page of Wands, which is not necessarily a really heavy energy. I don't know if the Page of Wands is causing the Tower or that is you responding to the Tower moment. We are going to clarify, so we will find out more details on that. But we have the Ten of Clubs here, so this is part of a process that eventually leads you to emotional fulfillment, or what it is you really need. I'm kind of just getting tough love here a little bit, Cancer. I think some truth was revealed to you in the recent past. That would be someone else revealing a truth, or it could be an inner truth, something to do with your heart, connecting with your heart space. That could be a heart space within yourself or with others. Again, when we clarify, we'll get those details, Cancer. But it does end in you wanting to soften, so that's good, and kind of an understanding that even though what you're going through might be difficult, it's overall probably for the best. Okay, let's look at the pathway first, and then we'll come back and clarify the crossing and get into them nitty-gritty details, Cancer. Okay, can you show me the pathway for Cancer, please? The pathway for Cancer, please. Okay, a couple of shuffles there for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Okay, all right. Oh, that one don't want to go in, so we'll stop there. Yep, in your higher self advice, we've got the Devil. Yeah, well, you're in a bit of a Tower moment. That tells me this has got something to do with another energy, either another energy or a bad habit. Then in the energy that surrounds you, you might not be aware of it. It's a Four of Swords. Yeah, what we're saying, this is part of an overall process towards your highest and greatest good, Cancer. Four of Swords, pure alignment. That's in the energy around you at the moment. And no, I don't think you are aware of it. In your hopes and fears, the Emperor. Ooh, I don't know if that's you putting your foot down, drawing a line in the sand, the consequences of such an action, even though it might be in your best interest to do that, something of that nature. And then the outcome, the Ace of Wands. Something exciting's coming your way, something like gets your attention there, and I think it's related to this Page of Wands here. It starts off small, grows more and more as you progress through the month, even though technically the Ace is before the Page, but kind of in the context of the reading, that one makes the most sense. All right, let's jump in and clarify. Do you know what? The Egyptian Art Nouveau didn't want to come out for you. This one wanted to come out. Okay, right, we're going to clarify using the Wandering Star deck, it seems, for you, Cancer. So I'm just letting the decks do what they want on the monthlies. Okay, let's go into the Tower. Can we look at the Tower, please, for Cancer? The Tower. The Tower. The Tower, please. Oh, that one wanted to come out. The Seven of Swords. Well, yeah, if anything's going to cause a Tower, it's going to be the Seven of Swords. Okay, let's have a couple more shuffles, please, before we click some more on those. One, no, those. Okay, I'm going to just take the top two. Oh, geez, the Tower. No wonder you wanted to come out. Okay, that makes sense. And the Two of Swords. Something really blindsided you here, Cancer. That your heart space is cut off despite the King of Cups being in your focus. So I think this is another energy that you're pinning this King of Cups on, because you yourself, you're showing me that you're not even looking, or you're not connected with something that's happened or happening because of this Tower. There's a huge energy here. Now, I don't want to frighten you here, Cancer, but this is kind of a deceptive energy. Now, I don't know whether or not that you're perceiving something to be a Tower when it's not, because your heart space is crossed off from your mental energy. Two of Swords. It's something you don't see coming. And also, part of your emotional pattern at the moment. We've got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So I do think that King of Cups is pointing to another person. But I'm going to go to the Page of Wands, because I want to know what this is. And I think that this might be causing the Tower. Something you didn't see coming. Okay, can we please get the Page of Wands there, please, for Cancer? Page of Wands in the crossing. Page of Wands. What is this? Ace of Wands again. This. Did I tell you the Ace of Wands belongs to the Page in this reading? That's why you come here, Cancer. Your girl knows. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there's another energy that you're exchanging with. And the Queen of Swords. You're exchanging words. It's reciprocal, though. It's like you're saying a thing, they're saying a thing. That's what's keeping your energy open. But inside, it's like you're crumbling down. But the energy attached to you is actually appearing quite stable. I think that this might be going on within you, and we've got a double Tower here, because if you've got a Tower within you, Cancer, it's going to create a Tower in your external environment through the way you're thinking about something. Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords is either deception or strategy. In this concept, I'm going with deception. I'm going with self-deception as well. Because that Two of Swords is showing me that there's that Lovers again. It was at the bottom of the deck. Just fell out now. I wasn't really asking to clarify anything. So they're going back in. But they've just kind of jumped out twice now. So this is definitely another soul connection here. Okay, can I get the Ten of Cups there? No, we're going to go to the King of Swords. Sorry, Cancer, in the exit. I want to see what's going on with the King of Swords in the recent past. The King of Swords in the recent past, please. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We're not reversed, guys. The Four of Wands, some kind of commitment with this other energy, and the Devil. You're worried about the nature of this attachment, and you didn't know whether or not to invest, or you withdrew investment. Someone withdrew, like stopped feeding this, because it was becoming unhealthy. It is two energies together that have made a commitment to each other in some form, whatever that means to you, Cancer. It could be a romantic commitment, it could be a business commitment, it could just be to just exist in the same house as roommates, it could be anything. But something about it became unhealthy because the Devil is here. And then one, or maybe even both of you, stopped investing in the connection. It could have come from you, because you're showing me that you're withdrawing your heart space there with the Two of Swords in your present energy, which is then causing the Tower. But it was either perceived by you to be unhealthy or was actually unhealthy. And to be honest, the King of Swords, he says what he means and he means what he says, guys. He's the King of Truth. So yeah, you weren't making it up, Cancer. I don't believe that. Right, can I get the Ten of Cups in the supportive energy? This serves an overall purpose, though. Let's be reminded of what it is. Temperance. Oh, beautiful card. That's also Sag season, which we've just entered. The Four of Cups and the Chariot. It's like you're determined to persevere with this anyway. Even though, because, I mean, yeah, on the surface, everything's actually fine. So I think what you're creating here is an internal Tower. But it's threatening to spill over into reality, Cancer. So, I mean, but there is something going on. I do believe you when you say there's something in this connection that isn't sitting right. That's why you're withdrawing investment. That's why you're closing yourself off. but there might be a little bit of catastrophizing going on within you, maybe based on past experiences of similar energies. I'm not sure what's going on. There is something for you to look at, but it's almost like the cards are saying to you, but worrying about it and ruminating on it is going to make it worse. So you have to make a decision. Do you just cut this off and just go, I'll cut my losses here, or do you continue to invest? And it looks like you do. You continue to turn up for it. You continue to be present, but you're not fully engaged in the connection. Seven of Pentacles reversed, Four of Cups over the Ten of Cups. You're there, but you're not really there. Not physically, that's the Pentacles. Not emotionally, that's the Cups. Right, let's go for the King of Cups. So you are thinking about it though, because the King of Cups is in your focus. But I think you're attaching this King of Cups to the other energy. Oh, that's them just turning up of their own accord on the reading. But this is, which one is when I do the Celtic crosses, it's mostly your perspective. It's your responsive Cancer, but this is your king, after all. Or you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You're Cancer. I was like, how can I forget the other one? It's because I've been saying Cancer. I thought I'd covered you already, guys. Nine of Cups reversed, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands. Yeah, your heart's not in it. Nine of Cups. Heart's not in it. Oh yeah. You're trying though. Nine of Cups. So the nines are traditionally about how you are managing your own shit. Right, so the Nine of Cups is how are you managing your emotions. Yeah, it can mean wish fulfillment and all these other things. But in this context, we're really talking about your emotional management here, Cancer. And your emotional management is got a bit skewy. It's upside down. You're not fulfilled. You're not really wanting to invest in this. You're just kind of going, and you've got 4 and 4 here as well, mirroring each other. 4 is just boom, and 4 here. You're surrounded by 4s. 4s is just stability, but it can also mean you're stuck. And I think we're getting a bit overloaded with 4s in your energy. You're feeling stuck somewhere. Then the 7 of Wands blocking something out. You're blocking something out over there with the 2 of Swords as well. There's something that you just don't want to see. And I don't know what that is. I think it might be something within you or them. Okay, what's you though? Right, can I get the Queen of Cups, please? The Queen of Cups. We've got the King and Queen of Cups. So this is you're an emotionally tethered person to whoever this is. This is a potential emotional match. At least on the emotional level. Can't say for reality because they're not the Pentacles. You know, they're the Cupses. And the Cups is all about emotions, feelings, fantasies, things like that. So think about each other. There's emotions being thrown back and forth here. It actually feels quite nice. But you are not engaging with it fully. You're not fully present. Maybe physically you are, emotionally, no, you're not. You're probably saying the right things and keeping a quiet life. But when it comes to what you're doing, Wands, it's blocked energy, 7 of Wands. Then you've got 7 of Swords in the mind, blocked in the mind too. Okay, let's go into the Queen of Cups. There's some self-love coming in though. The Queen of Cups I think is going to help you out. Right, okay, can we get the Queen of Cups please for Cancer? Wheel of Fortune. Time. Knight of Swords. Something moves. And then the 5 of Cups. Yeah. You start engaging with your heart space, but it's hard. There's sadness in there, Cancer. Your mind like releases almost. I don't know what happens because it's under the Wheel of Fortune, which just shows me some time passing, something occurring, the universe bringing something in or something around. It could be this person we're talking about, or it could be, I don't know, some kind of synchronicity or triggering event. And it's almost like the floodgates then open. Your heart bursts wide open. But there's a lot of sadness in there. It's like a flood. It comes in quite quick. It's almost like the Knight of Swords is the Knight of the mind. It's almost like he just directs all of this energy that's been quite chaotic in your mind. He actually streamlines it so that you can get a path directly back to your heart, and then your heart just bursts in a nice way. That's got a very soft 5 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to go to the pathway, Cancer, and see what's going on there. Can we please get the Devil for Cancer, please? The Devil for Cancer. The Devil. Now we're moving into about midway of December by this point, guys. Okay, just give you a bit of a timeline. The World. Yeah, do you know what? I should have said. This is when we regret it. I thought, I'm going to see the World, aren't we? Oh, this is even the wrong deck as well. I normally switch decks, but apparently not today. Spirit wants you to stick with this one. I will for the devil. I'll change for the others though, because we will run low. Alright, can I get the some more on the world, please? The world. Page of Wands. There's a Page of Wands again. About the ending. And the Six of Cups. Oh, Cancer. Okay, so you're closing off a cycle. You go through quite an emotional trigger point here. When you do, interestingly, when you come out the other side of it, Cancer, you kind of realise this situation for what it actually is. And I think everything's a lot fairer and less distorted than you realise. Because the energy suddenly softens over here, we get Six of Cups. Because the way that you decided to show me there was someone else in this reading, Cancer, was from Pentacles. Which means, yes, they're in the room, basically. Yes, they're standing next to me. Yes, I talk to them. You won't show me any emotional investment. In fact, you show me the reverse. Now we suddenly got the Six of Cups in the upright. Your energy towards whoever this is softens, but it's almost in the face of ending a cycle, but it's an ending a cycle within yourself, because you're showing me here, even though the world is here, the connection is still very much alive, but it's actually transmuted down into a deeper level, into more of an emotional state for you. It's almost like you're not processing, I can't remember the word, not absorbing, it's almost like that, but you start letting in whoever this is. On an emotional level, put it that way. But it's once you address this cycle attached to this devil energy that we've got here. Okay, let me go into the Four of Swords. This is the energy that's around you, and you might not be aware of it. Can we look at the Four of Swords for Cancer, please? The Four of Swords for Cancer. The Four of Swords. Ooh. Couple more shuffles. Four of Swords. The Two of Cups. There we go. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Swords. Okay. Well, this is something new. You told me that. Okay. Another conversation happens. Structurally speaking, something changes between the two of you. Now, the Ten of Cups, sorry, the Ten of Pentacles, means, like financial abundance, yes. But it also means hierarchies. Now, I don't know if one of you thinks you're up here and the other one down here. That flips on its head, or something in your dynamic flips on its head. Maybe your routine changes with this person, or something like that. But when that changes, that actually helps you connect with them emotionally. And then in turn, your mind then, Cancer, quietens right down. From being 7 to 4. And again, we've got another 4. This 4 feels a lot softer than these 4s. You felt trapped by these, but remember, we had 3. It didn't feel balanced. 4s like balance and stability. In comes this other 4. Now you've got balance. And we've got the Two of Cups to propping up that balance. Balance of the mind, balance of the heart. You're totally crossed off and detached from it over here. Right, so I'm rambling, Cancer. That's a very interesting reading. Right, let's go into the Emperor, please. In your hopes and fears, the Emperor. The Emperor in your hopes and fears. The Emperor in your hopes and fears, please. The Emperor in your hopes and fears. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. We're not reversed. We've got the Ten of Cups in the upright. Whoa. And we've got Temperance. Right. I don't know what's going on with you and this person, but it's almost like you're like this. I won't be surprised if we saw the Two of Pentacles, to be honest. So it's almost like, this is going to sound really weird. It's like the more you invest like something physical, like time or money, your interest in whatever this is goes down. But then the less you invest time and money, your interest in it goes up. It's weird. Yeah. Like, if it's a person, the more time you spend together, the less interested you are in them. The less time you spend together, the more interested you're in them. I guess that makes sense. That happens a lot to people, you know, Cancer. So it's something a little bit like that. Because then you show me, okay, King of Cups reversed. Oh, you might be putting less. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting it. No, it makes sense now. So it's like the less you overthink this connection, the more likely it is that it will work out. It's once you start dropping any expectations, Cancer, things can then start to flow. And the King of Cups, I know he's in reverse here, but I don't think it's that the King of Cups goes away. I think the King of Cups becomes the Emperor, which is all four kings. That's really what you want. Emperor's an ideal match energetically for anyone. He's every king. He's the Pentacles, he's the Swords, he's the Wands, he's the Cups. And then, emotionally speaking, between the two of you, 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment is then achieved. And it's here in the supporting energy, under this Tower moment that you're having. You get a nice emotional balance. But it comes in time, temperance, or sometime in Sag season, which is what we're reading for here today. Well, and then a bit of Cappy, I guess, because we're going to late December, early January. Okay, let's jump into that Ace of Wands and see what's going on there. Can we see the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, please. The Knave of Pentacles. That's a Page of Pentacles. Okay, nice to see some Pentacle energy. Yeah, 4 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and the 6 of Wands. Yeah, and then you're like, okay, and then you move forwards. You just move forwards. It's quite simple. You start feeling good about it. Start feeling good about the connection. May even dare tell some people about it. 4 of Swords reversed. You almost got a feeling of, that was close. I almost messed this up. And then the Page of Pentacles is making slow steps towards this Ace of Wands, the thing that you want. Actually putting things into place that can be real, achievable, and are within your comfort zone. Okay, let's take a quick look into the first week of January, see how you're getting on with that. Can we please look at the first week of January for Cancer, please? The first week of January. Why am I doing that? What am I doing? The first week of Cancer for January. Sorry, the first week of January for Cancer, please. Okay, we got the first week, please, of January. So I'm in retrograde, Cancer. I'm a Virgo. My planet's in retrograde at the time of recording, so I'm a bit all over the place. Okay, we've got the Tower again. We've got the Mother of Water, which is the King of Cups. No, sorry, that's the Knight of Cups. So these are slightly different. And the Crone of Air, King of Swords. You surprise even yourself, actually, that this feels kind of safe. So you've got a Tower moment, yeah, again, coming first week of January. However, it's more like things get moving. So we've got the Knight of Cups. I think they might surprise you with how much they're willing to invest in this emotionally, and you may also surprise yourself because you've been quite emotionally cut off until the end of December with whoever or whatever this is. And then we've got the King of Swords again, which signifies another conversation. It's almost like you and this person keep hitting milestones. Like you're like, okay, we made it here. Okay, now let's talk about it. Where are we going next? We're going to that stone or that stone? Okay, we'll go over to that stone then. Then we'll talk about it. It's like you're doing very strategic steps towards a common goal or something like that. But it seems like you continue on with whoever this is. The Tower's told me this is a continuation as well. You're not going to heal this overnight, Cancer. You may still encounter some bumpy thinking along the way, so don't expect those just to go away in 1 second. No, you're still going to have a little bit of that, but basically if you keep your heart open and you communicate effectively, you're going to be just fine. Okay, can we get some universal advice, please? Can we get some universal advice? Can we get some universal advice, please? The universal advice. The universal advice for Cancer, please. Universal advice. The Ace of Wands again. Okay, yeah, keep going. Seven of bows, but in this deck it actually means clearance. So it's not that you're fighting someone off, it's just that you are using that energy of pushing to push out things that no longer serve you, which I guess is the same as Seven of Wands, but the Seven of Wands I believe in the original tarot can be more just like I'm keeping energies out regardless if they're good or bad for me. I don't want to know or I can't see. No, this one is very intentional. It's using that same energy but to intentionally move things out of your way that are causing obstacles for you, and that's why it's called clearance. And then look, we've got the Lovers. We're finishing on the Lovers, Cancer. You two get there in the end. You kids are gonna be just fine. Anyway, Cancer, I'm going to leave the reading there for you, holding it out. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give a little thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, Cancer. And until the next time, guys, take care.